Hello everyone, Big Allen Cox. Welcome to the shop where things are saved from the landfill. This is in for seasonal maintenance. This is a Craftsman badged M110 mower. These are rarely common out there. These mowers have good ratings online. A few of them have come through the shop and the common problem seemed to be a fuel issue with the carburetor or a dirty air filter or both. Or the customer, of course, leaves gas in them during the winter months. Checking the oil level. He's keeping it full and clean. No fuel smell. Fuel tank has fuel in it, but he did take my advice about running pure gas in it because it don't smell rank. May have saved him. Since I'm going to clean up the underneath, I'll go ahead and drain the oil and fuel from the machine. I'm going to put the dipstick back in. There's really just a small amount of fuel in there, but I'm going to get rid of it anyway. This will become a courtesy cup of coffee for anyone walking in and pretending to be a supervisor or look over my shoulder. Gets rid of them quick like. 5/8 socket will take this blade off. Little hand protection here. That's on there. Let's try a little encouragement. That's not too bad. Does need to be sharpened though. I'm going to clamp this blade in a vise. A cheap $15 Harbor Freight angle grinder is one of the best things made to sharpen the lawnmower blade. Put the blade in a vise and just follow the angle of the blade and make a new edge. Turn the blade over and clamp it again. Same for the other edge. Now when you start seeing chunks or chips in the blade that you can't knock off with an edge, it's time for a new blade. This is a stiff wire brush. I'm going to get as much of that dried stuck on grass off the deck as possible. I'm also going to use this putty knife to get the more stubborn debris off of there. I can see the paint is starting to peel off the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to blow out this cavity and get this loose stuff out of the way. I'm using the wire brush to go over the deck a second time. I want to get as much of that peeling paint and loose stuff off of there as possible. I'm really breaking up housekeeping here. Really quite a bit of debris was stuck under that deck. Friends, there's your main ingredient in Loaf. I was looking, I still have a lot of loose paint here. I think one more good go over and then I'm going to spray it. This does not have to be perfect. I'm not restoring this mower. I'm just trying to slow down the rust. Rust-oleum flat black. I usually do a coat, let it dry, and then go over it again. That should seal the deck for at least a few seasons, maybe longer if the owner will keep it clean. Second coat is done and drying. I will reinstall the blade while that dries. The blade installs the sharp side facing up toward the deck. The blade goes onto the mount with the little notches on the mounting plate lined up with the holes on the shaft in the blade. Torque the bolt back down, knowing one day you may have to remove it again, yet tight enough not to come loose. The paint's not totally dry yet. I touched up a few things and sprayed the outside of the blade, and I'll show you the before and after here. Blade and deck service completed. When you start seeing chips of paint like this fall out from under your mower, it's time for a reseal. Nothing kills a lawnmower quicker than rust, except maybe smacking a property stake, or a rock, or a root, or running the engine with no oil. Yep. I figured since I got this thing on its side already and I don't have to worry about gas and oil pouring out, that I'd do the wheel service. It's a 7/16 socket. Lubricating the wheels not only makes it easier for the pusher of the mower, but it saves wear on the axle and wheels. All debris and old grease needs to be removed from the wheel mount and axle. I have some medium grade sandpaper here. I just want to get all the dried grease and anything else stuck to that axle shaft. Have some NAPA parts cleaner here, just spray and clean all that up. This is sewing machine oil. You can use spray lube like PB Blaster. To re-lubricate the axle, I'm using NAPA premium axle and bearing grease. You can use standard grease or lithium grease, something that will stick around a while. Good idea to do this at the beginning of every season. Even though the customer brings it to me dirty to work on, I like to give it back to them at least 75% cleaner, in better hopes maybe they'll wash it off a few times during the season, as if having a clean mower don't get you much attention on social media. I'm going to dry the wheel off. Normally I'd put them in the sun for a few hours, but I need to get this done and out of here for more stuff coming in later. When you tighten these back up, it will stop. No need to torque it down a lot, just snug. Alright, I'll be doing basically the same thing for the other wheels. Yummy, a bite of Nutriloaf here. On the other side, where the wheel height adjusters are, make sure it's free of any debris or obstruction, and oil the mechanics. It makes it a lot easier to adjust the height when all this operates smoothly. Same on the front side where you have the height adjustment, just do it the same. Just make sure the mechanics are clean, re-lubricate, and then operate it back and forth. Smooth. Rico. Suave. And that will complete our axle and wheel service. Now I can get the mower back topside and address the handle and the stop brake lubrication. A cable that runs up the handle on your mower is the engine control. Lubricate that handle with some PB Blaster, WD-40, whatever. Mark it in. The blade stop or engine control is on the back of the engine. Get your straw up in there and give it a blast. Then work it by pulling the control handle back and forth a few times. Going back with NAPA 10W30 synthetic, there's about enough left in there for about an oil change in this, about 12 ounces or so. That's what these engines require, between 12 and 14 ounces. I'll pour in what's left and check the level. Check your oil level before you mow every time and add as needed. These engines will use some oil, especially as they age. Change it before the beginning of every mowing season. That reads full on the stick. I'll check it again after the next start. Pull the tab back here on this cover to release the air cover lid. This compartment and element are fairly clean. The owner told me he changed this filter a few mows before the end of the season. I'm going to blow this one off and clean it up and clean up the compartment lid. Align the tabs with the lid and the slot on the mounting plate there and snap the cover back in place. Using a non-ethanol fuel goes a long way in small engines. All engines really. The shelf life is longer and it's better for the carburetor and engine performance overall. 5/8 socket. It has a little carbon buildup on it. Using the brush on my bench grinder, I will clean that up nice. Looks good. Spray that off with some parts cleaner and dry it off. Some medium grade sandpaper here. I'm going to run that across the inside contact there to scrape off any carbon buildup that would hinder my spark. Blow off and it's ready to go back in. Run the plug back in and snug it up tight. Never over tighten the plug. You can strip out the threads or break it. Then I'll replace my plug wire. Spark plug refurbished and mower serviced for the season. First cold start of the new season. Put it in the comments. What do you think? 1 pull, 2, 3, 4, 5? I say 3. These machines have no primer bulb or choke to operate. Slingshot engaged. Ah, 2 pulls. Sounds good. Smooth. No surging or missing. First pull on the second start. Been running about 5 or 6 minutes. I don't see any drips or leaks. Good to go. Well, it's been about an hour. Let's try another cold start with it. A seasonal service don't cost that much. The air filter, oil, and spray paint I used here was around 30 bucks. You may have to spend a little more if you need a blade and a spark plug. You may also want to purchase things like spray lubricant, parts cleaner, a good stiff metal brush, and a putty knife. A vise and angle grinder are also good to have to keep your blade up, and some additional oil and air filters to keep on standby. Now that's all cheaper than paying a shop 80 or 90 bucks an hour to service your mower every year, plus parts. These mowers do have good ratings and will probably last for 5 to 8 years with good maintenance, maybe more. This one's holding up well so far. They're fairly easy to maintain and you see fairly easy to start. It feels good on the roll, and it has adequate power to cut an average lawn. Let me and others know if you have one of these Craftsman M 110 21-inch cut push mowers. I like the looks of this mower if nothing else, but I know it cuts good, it starts easy, and it's a reliable machine on top of that. I will have more videos coming up keeping things from and saving things from the landfill. Please like the video and subscribe if you wish to keep up with the channel. I'm Big Allen Cox, and until the next time, I wish you many blessings from my shop to yours.